Hey guys, it's Jem here, and I hope you guys had or are having a great holiday season. If you don't celebrate that, I still hope you guys had a great week slash day slash month. Some people start celebrating really early on, just saying. But today's build is the Cobra Kai Dojo. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was really debating on whether I wanted to do this build or not. Because, let's be real. Even you can see on the screen right now, the dojo compared to Miyagi-Do is really just a couple of boxes connected together. Miyagi-Do is really lush. It has like that cultural aspect to it where you have Mr. Miyagi's house, which has like a Japanese influence to it. So that was really different to build, but this really is just, I guess, like I said, a box. I should really stop calling it a box, but you know what I mean, right? This location is more of a generic everyday location. It's located in a strip mall. But I decided to go for it because it is the Cobra Kai dojo. And well, spoiler alert, not really, but a little bit of a spoiler alert. This dojo is based on more season 1 and season 2 because the interior does change a little bit afterwards when Kreese kind of takes over. So just letting you guys know, the colors and everything of the interior are based on, when Johnny starts this dojo with Miguel. And I love that part of the series. Like, it's just so cute when they first get together and Johnny starts training Miguel. That's definitely one of my favorite parts of the whole series. And excluding another ending part for season 2, if you guys have seen it, you guys will know what I'm talking about. The fight at the end was epic. Season 4 is coming out soon, so I thought I should really get this out there. So I am trying to make my builds as complete as possible, not just for this build, but for every build I do. So I'm really trying to make everything as a whole, and I really want the exterior to be complete. So instead of just doing a box for the dojo, I am making the whole corner of this strip mall. And I don't know if you guys have seen the show. There is like a cash for gold thing in the corner, which is what I'm working on now. And then next to that, there's the convenience store, which actually shows up in the show. I think starting from like even the very first episode, where Johnny kind of like saves Miguel from the bullies at the school. They have those shots in the convenience store. And then next to that is like a kebab place, just based on the signage, I guess. And next to that is a dojo. And then on the other side of the dojo, I'm not really sure what's there, but I kind of just made like some faux storefronts anyways, just to kind of help complete the exterior of this build. Really just working on the store fronts, so just anything you can see from the exterior. I did not decorate or furnish the inside. I just know that if I did that, I would be so caught up in the details and it would be like another like 2 months before I post this video. So I decided to leave those spots empty, and of course, if you guys decide to download this lot, which will be posted in my gallery under Geminetic, you can definitely furnish the stores and let me know if you do. I would love to see them. Another reason why I was really struggling with if I wanted to build this or not was because I knew there's no way I could make it without using custom content. So yes, I am using custom content for this build, but the reason is that, as I said before, it's really just a box. Like, it's really just a room, a bunch of rooms, like rectangular shaped rooms combined together that make the dojo. There's nothing very, I guess, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? There's nothing that really stands out as, you know, like this is a dojo except for the signs. So I made a custom content, well, actually a couple pieces of custom content. One you can see is the outdoor sign that hangs above with the other store signs. And then in the windows, there are some like karate silhouettes, karate pose silhouettes. So I have those, and I also have the actual Cobra Kai logo as well. And I feel like those really make this the Cobra Kai dojo. Like, it's not just some random dojo. But as always, you guys don't have to download that custom content. I will link it in the description, but you know, you don't have to download it to make this lot work. It will work perfectly fine without those custom content pieces. But I just feel like, you know, I don't know, especially, you know, those scenes with the interior shots where like Johnny is facing off against Kreese or Johnny is facing off against Daniel. Like, it does not the same without those custom content items. And I can't believe that season 4 is coming out on December 31st. I'm really excited to watch it. But it also means that another year has just blown by. And I don't know if you guys do any New Year's resolutions, but one of mine for sure is to create more videos for this channel. So if you guys have any suggestions or comments on what you want to see built, please let me know below. Also, if you guys have already commented on something, most likely I'm working on it. It's just that I'm very detail oriented, so I'm trying to make the builds as complete as possible, as I said before. And in spirit of trying to make this build as realistic as possible, I made a little like loading dock area with like some dumpsters behind it. So I feel like it's really appropriate for this kind of neighborhood. And this is actually quite fitting for this lot because on the other side, which is like the non-playable side kind of, that's part of the background in this world, you can see some like graffiti. So that's what I did for this lot as well. I'm like, yeah, there's definitely going to be like graffiti on the walls and some random scraps of wood or skids just lying around. And I added in those little details to kind of make this integrate into the world a bit more. And finally, we get to the interior of this build, and I'm just laying out the entrance area right now. And of course, right now, when as I mentioned before in the first 2 seasons, the entrance is like a red color, like the walls are reddish colored. But then later on, when Kreese takes over, they like repaint it into a gray. And as I mentioned, I am using custom content, and that includes these red and black stripes. And guys, I'll be honest, I mean, you can tell just by looking, but I am not like a master custom content creator. I really made these as like in the most convenient way as possible. So I took a wall painting that is around the size that I wanted, and I literally just quickly did like two rectangles and made them into like a stripe decal. So you can see, because of how the item is designed to be like a single object, it kind of reflects a little bit oddly in the light. But as I said, I'm not like, my goal wasn't to make something that was perfect. It was really just to get that look and feel of the dojo, because I tried it without the stripes. I did actually try a couple of different methods. I used curtains, I used blinds, the black and red ones, but they just don't have that same feeling, you know, they kind of jut out a little bit and it just doesn't feel the same. I try to go without the stripes, but again, like a blank white wall doesn't feel like the Cobra Kai dojo. And other than custom content that I very hastily made, these letters that you see on the wall right now were not made by me. They're made by, I believe, Onyx Sims, and I love these letters. They are so beautiful. They come in a lot of colors, and they're very versatile. You can, use them for like a more modern one letter decal. You can size one letter up and then, kind of make like a really cute children's bedroom or something. But you could also use them in more commercial venues like this if you want to spell something out on the walls. And so, yeah, I think this would be a great item if you guys wanted to. Like some people don't like to download custom content items because it's like, where else would I ever use this? And I totally, totally understand. But I think the letters, that set of alphabets, is definitely a set of custom content that I would use in different places, depending on what kind of things you're building and decorating, of course. Another piece of custom content that I used in this build that I did not create because it is totally cool, unlike my little simple decals, is the water cooler. And it has been featured before, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen this. But this water cooler it not only looks nice, but I believe it is functional. Like Sims can actually get water from there, like they do from a sink. So that would also be a interesting custom content piece to have if you're building a lot of like commercial buildings, a lot of offices, or I don't know. Initially I downloaded it because I wanted to do a Brooklyn Nine-Nine build, which I actually have already started, but I seen some other people build it and they're quite nice. So I'm debating on if I should do it or not. I mean, it's sitting somewhere in my folders. It's like half done, but I do have that sitting somewhere. If you guys want to see me build it, let me know. But yeah, I downloaded that water cooler initially for that build, and it's pretty nice. It's like a good Max's Match item as well. It doesn't, feel out of place with the design of all the other items. And last but not least, I am doing the room that they sort of added on in season 2 because they got more students. So they kind of had to extend the dojo to this really gritty looking back room. Like it's like half renovated sort of. And then there's all this junk just sitting in the corners. And it's just such a big contrast between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai Dojo. I mean, like, you can just see, like, Miyagi-Do is, like, really calm, cooling. There's a lot of, like, nature elements present. And then Cobra Kai Dojo is, like, gritty and dark. And if you would ask me, like, if you're team Miyagi-Do or if you're team Cobra Kai, then I would be like, probably Miyagi-Do because, I mean, I'm not sure if I would want to train in this, like, really gritty environment. And I think I would have a much better time at Miyagi-Do, especially meditating, like, near that pool, or meditating outside. I feel like would be really relaxing and energizing. For the last part of the build, I am just using those same alphabet letters that I used in the main dojo section. And I am going to leave the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've watched all the way up to this point from the beginning. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Sims 4 builds. Also, stay tuned for the showcase video section at the end. I hope everyone has a great new year, and I will see you all in 2022.